Maybe you've heard something about Colombia. Yes, we are one of the happiest countries in the world. Now we are going to tell you some strange customs that Colombian people have. Let's go!
Colombia, tierra querida, himno de fe y armonía. Cantemos, cantemos todos, grito de paz y alegría. Vivemos, siempre vivemos, a nuestra patria querida. Su suelo es una oración y es un canto de la vida. Su suelo es una.
Have you ever had a trouble with your clothes because they didn't dry out? Don't worry, in Colombia we have the solution. Many Colombian people used to hang out their clothes behind the fridge. Yes, behind the fridge. But why? Because that is a good trick for dry their clothes. But how to do? It's very easy. You have to hang out your clothes behind the fridge in the night, and the next day in the morning it is dry. It's like a magic.
I'm going to explain you some games or sports that you can find in Colombia. The first one is Tejo. Tejo is the only sport that is 100% Colombian. Tejo consists of throwing a metal puck that is called Tejo along an alley that is 20 meters long and try to hit a target at the other end. The target is a strong metal pipe called the bocine, which is set in the clay and has small triangle-shaped pouches containing gunpowder that are called mechas, placed along this rim. Players score points for getting their tejo inside or close to the target and for exploding the mechas. The second one is Rana. Rana is similar to tejo, but you need to introduce a kind of ring into a frog. Not a real one, a metal one, don't worry. Frog in Spanish is rana. The main objective is to land the metal rings inside the mouth of the 3 metal frogs that sit at the top, but you also get points if the rings land in the other holes next to the frogs.
Usually, your neighbors are the people who live close to you. But in Colombia, they are not only your neighbors. Why? When you come to Colombia and you go in a drugstore, in a store, or in a supermarket or whatever, the people used to say to you veci or vecino, neighbor. But why? Because that is a sign of kindness. So if the people in Colombia say to you veci or vecino, you are very lucky.
In Colombia, it's very difficult to buy food on the street. And when you do that, you ask to the veci for the ñapa. Ñapa is when the veci gives you some extra food. Imagine that you buy a juice. After you finish it, you ask for some more and the veci fulfills your glass or your cup, and that is called ñapa.
If you are in Colombia and you are staying in a popular neighborhood, it is usually that you listen this.
Amigos, habitantes y visitantes de este sector, aquí está algo especial, delicioso de verdad. Aquí están las famosas empanadas plazas, las auténticas, rechace burdas imitaciones. Aquí están las empanadas plazas a solo 1,300 pesos.
This is usually on weekends because many people used to go out to sell their products, like fruits, vegetables, or whatever. They do that on the morning, so they are your alarm clock every weekend.
Now we have the hot seats or sillas calientes. When you are traveling Buseta or Transmilenio, very often you can see some empty spots or seats. Imagine that you are very tired. When you see an empty spot, probably you want to take it. But here is quite the opposite, because people stand next to the seat and wait until it's cooler. We tend to think that you can get a disease or you can find bacteria if you sit when it's hot. We are very germophobic in that case.
Are you watching those pictures? Yes, they are not strange in Colombia. Unfortunately, in Colombia there are many bad people, there are many thieves, and they usually steal cell phones in the street. And many women, mostly, decided to keep their cell phones in different places to the bag. But why? Because it's more difficult to the thieves take the cell phones out. So they decided to keep their cell phones in places like the brazier.
Punctuality is a negative aspect in our culture. Here in Colombia, in general, people is not very punctual. When you make an appointment, probably you want to arrange it 30 minutes before if you don't like or you don't want to wait. Because people tend to think that the other person is going to arrive late, and for that reason they arrive late too.